Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my bowl I have my nicely washed chicken. Now I'm using my pieces of choice. I'm using leg, thigh, breast. So these are my seasoning. I have some ginger, garlic and pimento powder. I have garlic powder, paprika, Maggi all-purpose and chicken seasoning. I also added some black pepper and a pinch of salt. Now you could always use these type of seasoning, or if you like you could always use seasonings of your choice. Now I'm gonna mix all the seasoning together so that I can blend the flavors together. Afterwards I'm going to add the seasoning onto my chicken. Now for the recipe I am going to add all of this seasoning because I want to ensure that I season the chicken, give the chicken enough flavor. Alright, so I'm gonna use my clean hands. Remember, we don't use dirty in our kitchen, so I'm gonna use my nice clean hands, rub in the seasoning. Afterwards I'm gonna set it aside for it to marinate. Now I'm gonna marinate for about half an hour. You can do so overnight, but ensure that when you place your chicken in the fridge, you remove it from the fridge about an hour and allow it to thaw before you fry it. Alright, because you don't want your chicken to be trashy. Now for the recipe I'm not gonna be using any milk, I'm not gonna be using any eggs. So with chicken I'm gonna fry nice and crispy same way without anything like that. Alright, so after about an half an hour I have some flour in the bowl. So to make your chicken extra crispy you could add some cornstarch. However, I did not have any, so I'm just using the plain flour. Alright, I am going to add some baking powder to the flour mixture. Also added some paprika, all-purpose seasoning, chicken seasoning, black pepper and the garlic powder. I also added a pinch of salt because the salt add flavor. Alright, so I am going to add the baking powder, guys. I totally forgot to add it before I start mixing the dry ingredients together, so I'm gonna add it. Alright, so I added like a teaspoon. Now we're going to mix. So make sure you mix it properly, guys, because want some parts of the flour to have the seasoning and then some parts don't have it. Alright, so make sure you mix to combine all the dry ingredients together, and then we're gonna start coating our chicken. I sometimes add my chicken into like a Ziploc bag or into a covered dish, but today I just couldn't bother, so I just use a dish here. But I realized that it was getting too messy, but I couldn't bother to change the container, so you could always use a bigger container, guys. I honestly wasn't realizing until I start coat the chicken in the flour. Alright, so for the recipe I am going to coat the chicken twice in the flour mixture. So I'm gonna coat them, put them down to rest, and then I'm gonna come back and recoat it. Alright, so I'm gonna rest the chicken for about half an hour just for the chicken to absorb all of that flour mixture. And then after doing so, and you don't see any flour on your chicken and it looks like this, then we're gonna return and then we are gonna coat the chicken in the flour again. Alright, so I must apologize, guys. I didn't realize that you can't see while I'm breading the chicken. It was after I finished recording I realized. Alright, so just coat each piece in the flour mixture and then we're gonna allow it to rest for about 2-3 minutes, because you don't want when you put the chicken in the oil, all of that flour just go off in the hot oil. Alright, so at this point I'm gonna preheat my oil. I'm using my pot, but if you're using a deep fryer and you want to preheat to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So guys, to test if your oil is hot enough, you could sprinkle some flour into the oil, or you can use like a wooden spoon, put it in the oil, and if it fries, then your oil hot enough. Alright, so me know when my oil hot enough, I don't have to do nothing like that. But if you're a beginner cook, you could always use that to help you. Alright, me just put my hand over the pot with the hot oil, and if it heat hot enough, then I know say ready for putting the chicken. But nobody do that, guys, because I might burn myself. Alright, so I finished coat all of my pieces of chicken, so I'm gonna go and get frying. Alright, so as you can see, the chicken has some little flakes on it, guys. It's not gonna flaky and crispy and you know, like when you add your egg and all of that, but still gonna have that nice crispy way about it. Alright, so the oil hot enough, so I'm gonna add the chicken pieces. Now guys, I don't know I'm gonna deep fry, but after I add the chicken in the pot, I realize I put too much oil in the pot. However, I just have to make it stir because it's gone already. But if you don't want to use more oil on this, then you can go ahead. But for me, I feel so guilty because I don't normally do this. Alright guys, but honestly, when I deep fry the chicken or anything you deep frying, it fries much better than when you shallow fry. But you know, health is the way to go. So when I use less oil, it's better for you. Alright, so we're gonna fry each side for about 6 to 8 minutes. Because you know you want it to fry properly, but you don't want to fry on a very high flame because you don't want the outer part become nice and golden brown, and when you check it out, inside your chicken raw. Alright, so make a chicken fry on like a medium high flame. Now at this point, I'm gonna remove the chicken. I use a fork to pierce the chicken. So if you realize that the chicken start releasing some juice or some water, then just allow your chicken to fry some more. Alright, so that's why I pierce the chicken, just to test. But you don't necessarily have to do that. But I was just showing you if you're a beginner cook, I want to know if your chicken fully fried. Alright guys, so allow your chicken to drain the excess oil by using a wire rack, or if you want to use like put it on a paper towel. But for me, the paper towel kind of let it be saggy, so I'm not too like it. But this is the end product guys. The chicken was crispy. Even though I never add no cold water, I never add no milk, I never add no egg. But it got crispy and full of flake and all of that. But for me, it was good enough. And it added a lot of flavor because you know we add enough seasoning and all of that. So I want to say thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy it, please subscribe to Tamara Recipes. Turn on your notification so you never miss another upload. And for all of my returning goodies, and bless up on yourself straight. And if you're new to Tamara Recipes, welcome. Make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. I post new videos every week. Please also share the video on your social media. I'll be really appreciative. Thank you so much for watching, and please thumbs up the video.